Folks, welcome to this weekly update of the Blue Guardian Challenge. We've got 3 traders taking on the challenge, including myself. You're going to find out how we went on last week. Now, just to let you know, we've got a couple of weeks break after this, and then we're diving back in mid-December. So if you're wondering where these have gone, that's where they're coming back. Also, if you do want to take part in this, you're listening, you're thinking, I can have a go, I can do these live streams, then there's a link below this video here in the description that's going to allow you to enter your details. All I need to see is a bit of video footage of you trading, your social media profiles, and that's about it, and we'll see if we can get you on. So folks, go and fill that in now while you're watching, and if you do want to just go and do your own Blue Guardian Challenge, remember you can get 10% off with coupon code TradingNut, all one word. And let's hear from these guys now before we dive in. Our sponsor, Blue Guardian, is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
Hey guys, welcome back to another update for this Blue Guardian Trading Nut Prop Challenge that I'm doing. Was a slow week. We had a bumper week last week in terms of just sheer volume. My results didn't reflect how much volume there were. It was a bit of a flat week last week. This week, I was a little bit concerned that there would not be as much volume given the shortened week with the Thanksgiving holiday as well. And that pretty much proved to be what happened. We had just during the London Open, it was just a range city. So let's have a little look at the charts. I'll go through the trades that I took that were on the streams. So this is Monday, and where we started, I'll go to the lower time frame so you can see where the trades were taken. We had London Open. Was this about to tick over now? So London's opened. Okay. Little started. Then I was waiting for just waiting for see like some rejection candles, and this is the first one that I saw. Like this is the first one that actually had a decent little wick and then closed quite significantly underneath. I was thinking like ultimately longs would have been played all right for the week, but given how bullish we just were and we're trading up around this like weekly areas, I was leaning towards sell for the initial London Open so that we could pull back to set up buys later on. And given the price action was more suggestive of price pushing down, given this like little trend, and just made sense to be looking for some sells. But I don't really like selling the stock market as much as I prefer buying. I find shorting can be a little bit bumpy. Anyway, so what I saw was this is the first candle that I was looking for. Then I just needed to see a little bit of consolidation. Okay, this little candle, price sort of just pausing around here. And then my entry was if we're breaking this high, I was looking then to go to take it down. So the next candle just went and triggered me into the trade. Okay, this one here triggered me into the trade, executed sells, kept the stop loss above the London high, and was just targeting like a 35 pip move bound to down to this area. It kind of looks nicer on the 30-minute chart while I was targeting this area, and that was this little accumulation bit here. So I was hoping we can get down to there in a fairly clean manner, but price just stalled. It just really just slowed down. So we just watch how many candles went through. Like this is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, where price is sort of just hesitating, held. And then as it pushed down, this one, I thought, well, I've given it long enough for it to move. So a move stops to break even after that candle. I was hoping it can get down there. Price pushed down a little bit and then just came straight back up, stopped me out for break even. So I had nothing to show for this one. You can just see I'm normally streaming I'm looking to take trades between 8 and 9:30 UK time, and then I have to go and get on with my day. And then this was just range the whole time. So had nothing to show for this one. Set alerts for other areas later on for me to take trades, but I'm only taking trades on this account during this London Open period. You can see there's just nothing here. It just ranged the whole time. So that was Monday. If I actually left it, it did come back up, and I would have survived that if I had left my stop loss just at original position, which is just above the London high, I would have survived it. And then price did push down. It was just the move happened so late. So that was Monday. Then we get to Tuesday. And Tuesday, I was looking for sells again just because of where we were at. We were close to this weekly resistance. And I thought that we had a good chance of pushing down to this liquidity area before then, looking to take it long. So back to the 5 minute. Let's get to where we've got a bit of time now before London opens. London opens at 7:30, 7:55. Okay, so this is the candle just before London open. So this one was because price action had been pushing down. I thought London will probably do a pullback and then push down. That's what I was anticipating. Or it could just go straight down and then I could actually look for the longs. But this box here is representing what I actually took. So you see, like when London opened, pushed up. Okay, that was quite nice. Came back up, took the euro high, and then as it started to flip bearish, after this one had pulled down a little bit, closed it like a little bit of nothing candle. Next one wicked up, broke the high, and as it was pushing down, I executed on the sells for this one, keeping stops above my monthly levels, targeting this 1578, which is about 40 pips to the downside, another 35 pips to the downside, just targeting this little area over here, this little accumulation for New York session. I thought that'd be a great area for the low of the day to happen, given London never swept euro low. I thought there'd be a huge chance that I could sweep the London low and then push down to this area, and then we can take longs from there. How I managed this one, given how slow this whole week given how slow yesterday, the Monday was, and I thought this whole week would be slow, what I did was as price was pushing and trading to the base of this candle, I secured 75% at 15 pips, and then thought I was just going to leave it here completely. But I just thought, well, I might just get out of this trade completely as it was pushing up. Closed the remaining for about -5 pips, and then was just going to look for another trade if we saw volume come in, but we didn't really see anything. It was sort of just ranging. And then by this stage, I've closed the stream around about this time, about 9:15, 9:20-ish. Price came up. I think I would have survived this one as well before the move happened. I think I would have survived it. And then I think New York session, yeah. So same thing again. I think it's been the theme of this whole challenge that been getting plenty of good starts, but just nothing that actually just followed through. Okay, so that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I didn't stream. I had a workshop on. Okay, so that one was, let's go forward. This is the London session for the Wednesday. The only day I didn't take a trade on this account. Again, it was a little bit slower, but I thought that we could see that was more volatility, given that this is pretty much the last trading day before the Thanksgiving. So it made sense that there could have been a bit more volatility, but unfortunately, that was just a day I wasn't trading. I did take a nice trade on the New York session but that wasn't on this prop account, unfortunately. Again, same little dramas are creeping in. All right, now Thursday. Thursday was PMI for New York for London session. So this one here, unfortunately, we'll watch and see what happens. So I did take a trade on here. That's on the 3 minutes, I believe. Was waiting for the first batch of PMI to come in, which was 8:15 UK time. Okay, so it was the French PMI first, which was over on this next candle. That was that was PMI data. Thought it would be a very low volume trading session because of the PMI data. 8:15 came in, 8:30 was the German one, and I was waiting for a German to be out to get a read. The numbers came in actually a bit positive for German, so I thought we could see a little bit of a decline. So I gave it a shot on this candle. Once I saw this was my liquidity candle, price gave that little bit of a consolidation, executed on the next candle, and I was hoping that would just push down from here. And then you just see like kind of crept up a little bit, and then it was just going sideways again. So we had another batch of PMI data coming at 9 o'clock, and I thought, well, seeing as I think there's just no volume here. We've just been going sideways, doing nothing. So I exited this one for a break even, and then we got the volume. I'm sorry, we got the other PMI data, but again, you just look at the session, it was just trash. There's just nothing going on. Then that brings us to Friday, the last day. You see again, just nothing. So not much you can do about that. When there's just no volumes, there's nothing you can do. Or my system doesn't allow me. So I'm just not getting any clean moves here. Okay, then Friday we had, let's go back to 5 minutes. Okay, this was the just leading in to the London Open. London Open's next candle. Again, looking for sells just because of where we were in terms of the weekly chart. And also we had some comments from Christine Lagarde actually saying they might need to do more with rate hikes for the Eurozone. So I thought maybe this would have a little bit of a bearish driver for German 40. So I was just waiting to see where that volume comes in. So this is the London Open candle. Okay, wicked up. Probably should have executed sells on here. I kind of just got caught staring at the chart when this candle came out. I realized I missed an opportunity taking the Asian high with this clean move up, clean move down. But that was the first candle. Next one, then saw a little bit of consolidation. Wanted to see something wick up, which this one here, wicked up, executed the sell. And then as price was pushing down with the very, very low volume, I closed half of it at 10 pips down here. Closed 50%, left the remaining. I was hoping we'd get down to here. Price just tagged me out for the runner. So this was a complete break-even trade. And then we saw price sort of just really hesitate, couldn't even break through here. And that was it. That was basically how the week panned out. Just really no volume. If we go look at the 30-minute chart, and you see like the area I'm trading is just this little open bit. So candles kind of just went sideways. Then Thursday really did just go sideways. Wednesday, sideways again for these candles. Tuesday, that was the worst day of the week. And then Monday, the same thing. So plenty of starts, just couldn't really get any good moves. So let's have a look at the old challenge account, the dashboard. Started the week somewhere around here, and then across those little moves, we ended up back now keeping the risk low until I get back above 1%, and then I'll ramp the risk up to 1% a trade again. So next week I'll risk 1%. Just want to get above 1%, and then I'll keep the risk going at 1% per trade above when I'm profitable by 1%. As soon as I go underneath that, I'll bring the risk back down to like 0.1, 0.2, 0.25%. So I can just really make sure I don't go too much drawdown at all. But we improved by about 0.5%, bit over 0.5% for the week. So not great. I just want to comment as well on the number of trades. And I was kind of thinking, I was like, why is there so many trades being taken? I realized it's because I'm using magic keys. And what happens on there is that when I execute on the trade, because I'm just using fixed lots, and I'll just hit the fixed lot button a couple of times, and that'll put the trade on. And then when I go to close half, I'll close half, or I'll push close half twice and close 75%. But I realized that was saying if I put in like 0.1 lots and I wanted to risk 0.3, I was hitting the 0.1 3 times, and that was 3 trades. And then when I closed 50% or close 75%, I'd close half twice, and that would close half of this times 3, and then another half times 3. So that one trade, it actually reflects as something like 12 trades by the time it closes out. So I guess that's what led to these crazy number of trades, because I've only been taking like 1 or 2 per session, per London session per day. So I guess that kind of explains why number of trades has just gone absolutely through the roof. Anyway, that is the update. So let's hope we get more volume next week, right? And then we'll push into the end of the year. So thanks, guys. Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Trading Nut. Thanks, Blue Guardian, for this challenge. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Right, folks, let's dive into my update for the week. So we're going to go through the 2 pairs that I'm trading. We're going to see how these played out across the week. Now, what I really am noticing in the whole scheme of things is that I need to really redefine this. I've got a pretty good entry, but I just need to work out how I'm going to manage these trades properly because I'm missing out on opportunities, getting out too early. So the start of the week to the end of the week, I sort of deteriorated a bit. I'll tell you where I ended up in the end in a second. We'll jump into the Blue Guardian dashboard. But so this is the first trades. These are the first trades on US dollar JPY. So it was a first session trade, right? So it was only one session, Asia, and there was actually two good winners here. Now this one here, I should have held all the way down the bottom here. How many pips was that? That was 105 pips. Okay, right. So I could have had 105. This one here I held a lot longer, but even then I got out of the majority of the position at these levels here. So a lot left on the table. So what my initial plan was, and I did this last week, was get out at 1R, move my stop to break even, or leave the stop in place but take the majority off at 1R, and then if it did get stopped out, the commission would be covered and I at least would have, you know, saved half the position to run. Now what happened here was I saw like a potential exit point and then another potential exit point, and then I finally left a little bit to run, which was like 0.05 lots on the smaller $10,000 account. So it wasn't really gonna. Now, I think when I closed, look at both these positions, I closed them all out. I think I was only up like maybe even 2R or 1.5R because of how I got out. So it wasn't great. Even though it looks good on the chart, it just wasn't great. I know there's a lot to be improved here on this particular strategy. This was the next day, so only one trade on the next day. I think I wouldn't have had a runner there, so that was what it was. I think I may have missed a day out here or there, but this was a next session, lost, and I just got stopped out. As you can see, just got stopped out. I think it was so close. I mean, had I had like a 1 pip buffer or even less, I would have actually stayed in that trade. Ended up getting back in, and I took, how much? 30.3 there, and I took a 0.2 there at break even. So really, probably could have done better that day. I mean, if I'd taken the whole lot there, I probably would have been 1R up. I think I was actually down because of the full loss there. Anyway, the last trade I took here was this one. Now it looks like it would have gone out and stopped me out. And in fact, I looked at it in detail, and I would have stayed in if I'd just left it to my rules, but I got out early. The week wasn't going so well at that point because we'll dive into the London session in a second. But as you see, that one went massively as well. Had I held that, it went 32, so I probably would have got like 3R out of that. So that was the last trade on Asia. Now let's dive into London. London, I didn't do well at all really in London. So the first trade here, yeah, it did go well. I was trying to hold it, didn't let me hold it, ended up getting stopped out at I think a small loss. I did move my stop inside of the full loss there, so I got stopped out. I think I could have even got out a decent, 1R there. Then I took a full loss. Great to finish the session. I think overall for that day I was kind of up. The next day, not good. I think I didn't get in. Oh, that's right. I missed trades going up here, which would have given me good profit. And then I finally got in one. And actually, I didn't get in these because I just hesitated. I found ways not to get in. And then I got in this one and it stopped me out. So annoying. I did get the right direction, but obviously, the stop was too tight. So, and just to show you how tight these stops are. So this is Euro US dollar. What was this one? This was 3.8 pip stop. Okay, so it's kind of tight stops, right? Now I missed a session, and then I traded. This was Thursday, so then I had a full loss to start the day off again. So annoying, and then a full win, which just left me at break even. I think minus a little bit of commission there. Then the final day, I thought, so this was last night, I was like, do I even trade this because it's Thanksgiving? Probably shouldn't be trading. And I was I think I was break even for the week at that point, maybe a little bit up on break even. Anyway, I took a straight loss initially. I did get out of that one partially, I think. And then very, very minor partial exit, I think it was like a 0.01%. Let's go give you the details here. So 0.58 and then 0.02, right? So the full loss was 0.58, and then I got out at 0.02 because I thought I've actually risked a little bit too much here because it took me I didn't have enough time to get the order on properly, so I had to take some off just to balance it out. So anyway, that was probably more than a 1R loss. Then I had a trade here, which was another 1R, but I'd risked less on this trade. So in fact, it wasn't the full chunk. And then I saw the opportunity that I was waiting for to go long, got in that one, and I was going to let it run to up here. Now, I thought better of myself, and I was like, sometimes this doesn't work out. I've already taken 2 losses. Let's just end the week at a break even on this position, or on this session, and I took that first partial there, and then I actually came back down, came back up again, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get out. I'm just going to get out because I'm going to be break even for the week. A little bit of profit on the session, which was potentially going to be a 3-hour loss. I was like, okay, let's just get out of it and be done. Okay, this week's been not great. I've overcomplicated things. Still using the same entry, which is good. Just the exits and even some of the entry rules, I just need to refine. So I'm going to have a couple of weeks to analyze what's going on here. Really, the entry I'm happy with, it's the exit I'm not happy with. I need to come up with some solid rules on that. So I'm going to spend 2 weeks doing that. Let's see where I ended up on the Blue Guardian dashboard. So here we are. You can see here I started the week. Let's just draw on the chart. It's probably easier. I started the week off at about this point here. Actually, sorry, it was right there. So I did end the week on a win, and I ended up, so you can see there today's profit. Let's just move this. So $17 profit, right? So that was my break even for the day after this drawdown that I just talked about. So 2 losses there, and I came back and broke even there. So you can see here, yeah, like just not holding on to those winners. I was doing that. I was doing a better job of it last week when I was just taking that like half loss and holding on to winners. Whereas here, it was just getting out too early, too much. And then, yeah, a lot of chop there, coming back to break even. Good news is, usually after a good winning week, I would have a losing week, and it would probably be like that. So in this case, I've had a break-even week, right? So where do we end up break-even? I'm going to show you exactly where we ended up here. So I did a calculation. So last week, it was 3.595, and this week it was 3.648. So it was a 0.53 difference. So really it was a slight loss, but basically a break-even week. So you can see here, that's the commission based on those lower time frames, really tight stops, and that's the commission coming into effect here. So even though the account actually grew, the commission across the course of the week was more than what the account grew. So that break-even turned into a small loss. So I'm still in it. 2 weeks off, as I said, and then we're going to jump back in and see if we can smash this thing or increase the risk when I'm feeling confident going back into the December period, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, guys, let's get on with the next trader.
Howdy there, folks. Just doing a recap for the week of trading. It was a small week for me. Markets, well, I don't know what happens. I didn't even check on Thursday. It's Thanksgiving holiday for me. And Friday, I checked in a little bit, but we were taking off to drive over on a little getaway. So not much trading this week for me, but I will go over what I do have, some updates on maybe how I think I did mentally. Profit wise, I only traded a few times, but it was I would say a successful week for me. Not every trade I took was a loser. So that feels pretty good. However, there was this first one I'll show you is a break even. You see 2 losers, and then one that hit its first target. And then I actually ended up adding in at a good opportunity I'll talk about, but then got into the end of the day and just closed it out and not wanting to get stopped out on wicked end of day spreads. So USD CAD. Okay, so something last week I mentioned I need to do is align my trades more with at the very least a 5-minute structure when I wasn't doing it. And there's even a trade this week that I missed that again. I'm working on breaking these habits. So this first trade, I was watching in the beginning of the day for me, and saw this poke down here, came back up. It did not break any structure for me, and then actually rated that level one more time. So there's this white line that comes back from an hourly level previously, and then we start getting a new structure. And then I had this dip down here, which is a little raid out, left a gap on the 1-minute chart. I always lose it when I switch time frame, so hang on. Let's see if I can get it to be somewhat. Nope. Just gonna go all the way back again. Ugh. Some frustrating MetaTrader things. Where are you? There it is. Okay, so you can see I waited for I already showed you on the 5-minute chart the structure to change. Then this 1 minute came in and then exploded up, broke on this chart 1, 2, 3. I don't really count that one. So 3 structure levels, and in that's left this fair value gap right in here. It left a nice order block and returned to it beautifully with an engulfing bar, which is my setup. So came in, engulfed up. It's a big engulfing bar, which I don't love because it gets my stop quite a bit further away. That's what this little flag is down here. So I'm where my stop was, so I can remember if I adjust it. But anyway, it started moving in a direction, but it unfortunately came to the end of the day, and I just didn't want to risk just getting stopped out for spread swap stakes sake. So overall, I like that trade. Followed my rules and thoughts on what I need to be doing. This next one, it's got a bunch of jumbled up junk to kind of sift through here. So this is also UCAD. It doesn't make sense on the 5-minute chart because, like I pointed out to myself, I didn't actually wait for the structure to break. So there's a jump the gun on this trade. So I'll just show it. This is M2 gap I used on this one. So I did not follow. Goodness, I did not follow what I had set out to do. I saw this and I was like, ooh, I like the way this looks. I like it how it breaks out below that. This little mini 2-minute structure, but it is not on the 5-minute. 5-minute structure would have been down here for a break. So I didn't wait long enough. Pulls back into the M2 gap and engulfs down. So that part of it's fine, but I didn't wait for the structure to break. It wasn't time. And it just stopped out right away. So that's I guess something I need to keep practicing, put into next week as well. Oops. I'm just gonna turn on my arrows. Oh, there we go on this one. Let's see what we had on the euro. Okay, so look at this. Again, impatient, not waiting for 5-minute structure to break. What do you know? Stops out right away. So kind of same story here. You can tell 5-minute structure has not been shifted. Like it would need to break down below here in this move. Instead, I used a 1 minute. And again, I'll have to find it right afterwards. It doesn't always do that. Pass it. There it is. Okay, so 1 minute wise, it works, but that's not what I need to do. I don't want to be using solely the 1 minute to take the trade. I can't do that because it doesn't work. Doesn't work. This setup's there in terms of what it needs to be, but it just stopped out right away. So still need to work on it. Still need to be more patient. Let's take a look here. Okay. Let's get down. Oh, of course. So 5-minute trade to start. 5 minutes time frame. All right. So this big pink background area is that's a daily level that I had highlighted. I was looking for a move up into here, and then something to trade short into it or after it. So you can see it back here. It was already up there. I was patiently waiting. This was actually during live stream. I wanted to see this. I was actually going to take it long. I wanted to see it raid there and then break higher, but instead it just kind of stayed higher, and it gave me this this move here down, and then that's actually breaking structure on the 5-minute chart. So 5-minute fair value gap comes up in here. Let me get down to trade time frame. I'm testing something out here. Nope, still doesn't. Okay, so trade time frame comes up, and after breaking structure on the 5-minute, break structure on the 1-minute, then comes in, and with that 1-minute break, it leaves a gap. It's kind of a big one, but it works. Because I was waiting and watching this one so long, I actually used a limit order on this one. And I actually set a pretty big stop, if I remember right. Let's see. Yeah, there's my flag up there. So much bigger than I would normally do. Like oftentimes I'll put my stop right here. So that's last week something I mentioned as well is working on stop placement. So kind of just hung out for a little bit and didn't get a nice push down, and it hit my first target, which was just I think it's near a little over a 1 hour based on a previous low. And then as it was pulling back up in here, we get a new 5-minute fair value gap. And I decided back here that I was going to add if it gives me the setup. So I came back after it came up here, closed out, and engulfed. And then I think I just added after I actually saw it give me the opportunity after I came back to the chart here. So and then unfortunately I just ran out of time and closed, not wanting to have to deal with swaps and stuff. So so yeah, that's my week. It was a drawdown week with only having not enough time in the day to get to see if those trades were profitable. But it is feeling like and looking like my mindset is matching my desire to be a profitable trader. I'm getting there. I'm making changes. I'm getting back to some of the things that I was working on before and not just jumping into every single trade. So definitely jumped into a couple this week, which I don't like, but I will learn from those things and grow as a trader. So I'm hoping next week that ever so slightly this little curve here on my dashboard will start to slope up. So that's all for me this week. I appreciate it, Cam, Trading Nut, and Blue Guardian. Thank you so much.
Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.